Yeah, 100%. So the way that we think about it is the old way of creating content was you have a content brief. Once you have that content brief, typically you have a strategist who's going to identify, okay, these are the keywords. They could use a tool like Phrase or Content Harmony, et cetera, to kind of do some analysis in the SERP to say, all right, these are the headlines we need to make up. And that's all through their AI and their technology, et cetera. And then from there, you pass it off to a writer. The writer then combines the brief with the tone of voice documents, et cetera, and then they write a great piece. That piece then goes to an editor who's been obsessed with this brand for the last few months. That editor redlines it, makes edits, makes changes, et cetera, goes off to designer. Designer starts to incorporate images where it's appropriate. It all comes back together, goes to client, and then it goes live on the website. That's the typical content production flow pre-AI, let's say. For us today, we still believe that the insight needs to come from the strategist unless we're taking research and inputting it into a solution that can give us some recommendations. But typically, we're still providing insight around, okay, these are the assets that we should create. Then we go to the brief. The AI supports that wholeheartedly. So AI identify for us, based off of this information coming from Phrase, coming from Content Harmony, et cetera, what should our final asset be in terms of the framework? The framework comes to life. All right, AI tool, fill in the blanks. Go straight from top to bottom, fill in the blanks with all of these different things. Now it goes to the writer who has a strategic understanding of the space. Go in and optimize it. But when you optimize this content, you're going through a checklist that we've already pre-developed with about 18 or 20 different things that we require for every single asset. That's a manual element within the process. They already have what I would say is a good piece. The prompts that they would have used to get to that final piece with their AI tool gets them to a decent deliverable. But it's in this moment where they have our checklist of the things that we require to make a piece go from good to great, that they take that piece to the next level. Once it gets to that next level, designer comes in. Designer now would use Midjourney, brings in some cool visuals, sends that off to the client, goes live. We did this for a piece on Foundation site. It's a SaaS pricing guide. So we wrote a SaaS pricing guide with complete AI, 100%, except we had that elevation step in it where we had the writer like elevate the content. That piece got tons of traction. It drove 3 leads. It got refeatured on indiehackers.com, had over 50 some comments, people reaching out saying, this was the most comprehensive SaaS pricing guide that I've ever read. Thank you so much. Tons and tons of positive feedback with an AI driven piece that probably took a total of, I'd say, 5 hours to create. 5,000 and some words, but completely just resonated with the audience and the people that we wanted.